Aangeschoven in de studio, dames en heren, jongens en meisjes, all the way from Ireland, Andrew Hozier. Yes, yes, yes.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going really well. How are you doing?
Good, thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm enjoying being in Amsterdam. I got to say, we arrived in Amsterdam this morning, but I'm enjoying being here back in Holland. You know
what do you like about Amsterdam so much?
I mean, today, I don't think I've ever seen it with such good weather. Usually I'm here in the winter, but that's not. It's. I mean,
I'm sorry. It's often rainy in Amsterdam.
Yeah, but to see the light sort of glistening off the canals, to be so close to water all the time is very calming, I think, and very pretty. You know, but yeah, but I mean, I'm used to like rain, and I'm, you know what I mean. Ireland is. It's a wonder it doesn't sink. You know what I mean? But
you are always welcome in Amsterdam. You can always be here. Well, I'm very excited to have you on the show because you released a brand new EP which contains 3 new songs. I love them. I listen to them every day, and here at 3FM we play one of those songs a lot. Your latest single, "Eat Your Young." But I was wondering, what is the best recipe to eat your young?
Yeah, so this is, it's really important that you preheat your oven, you know. Parboiling is always good if you can blanch, you know. But I would really call for a saute, a light saute, you know. Yeah.
I write it down. Without joking around, what is the song about?
The song is, I suppose, there's a kind of a central joke in the chorus, and that the song is written from the perspective of like what we'd call an unreliable narrator, so somebody who's maybe not to be trusted. But the chorus, the central joke in the chorus is, if you're putting food on the table, if you put food on your table by selling, you know, bombs and guns, so by doing things that are ultimately destructive and will lead to the downfall or the destruction in the long term of future generations, you may as well skip the middleman and just let the food on your table be your kids. You may as well just eat them and just save us all the hassle, save us the stress. You know, so that's sort of the central joke.
So it's a message to all the powerful boomers then?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yes,
God bless them, yeah. Yeah.
I know you love artists like Nina Simone, John Lee Hooker, but also Daft Punk and Stereophonics. Which artist inspired you for your upcoming album?
There's a few. There's definitely, you know, oh my goodness, there's definitely a few. There's such a broad range of sort of styles on the album. There's a lot of sort of 60s soul influences still, and I think you can hear that in All Things End, and particularly on this EP, but and Eat Your Young. And then, you know, there's, I don't know how to describe. I'm always sort of channeling folk influences and blues influences a little bit, and there's a bit of Skip James here, there's a bit of Paul Simon here and there. There's like a bit of, you know, so it's very broad, and I try not to keep myself in one genre. So it's just, you know, it's whatever the song calls for. But it's hard to. Tom Waits was always a big influence of mine as well growing up, and not that I channel it here all that much, but in some of the sessions I definitely was. Yeah.
Your new album is coming up this year. It's called Unreal Unearthed. What can we expect?
Yeah, so it's a kind of it's a big album. I suppose it's about 16 songs.
It's a treat. 16 songs. Wow.
Yeah, it's been nice to put it out, and I'll release a couple of songs between then and now. But it's a bit of a journey through 9 circles, if that makes sense. So there's a bit of an intro and a descent. And I used, if you're familiar, you don't have to be familiar with the album, but I'm familiar with Dante's Inferno. If you're familiar with Dante's Inferno, that's a vision quest, a dream quest about a man walking through what he describes as the 9 circles of hell. So, and I wrote this, I started writing it in the pandemic, and I've arranged the album into these kind of 9 circles, depending on their themes, you know.
Wow.
So Eat Your Young is the circle of gluttony, if that makes sense.
It's the start.
Gluttony, I think, is circle 3.
Circle 3 already.
The first circle, I mean, there's a descent at the top of the album, and then Limbo is actually the first place,
so it's getting better and darker on the album.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
I love it. We're going to listen to you performing live Eat Your Young just in a couple of minutes. I'm really looking forward to it. Success. And tomorrow you are performing in Amsterdam, right?
Yes, yeah, we're playing at, it's Zonhuis?
Zonhuis, yes.
Zonhuis. Okay, I wasn't sure if I pronounced
that. Sunhouse, the Zonnehuis.
Oh, yes. Very good. Okay, so it's nice. Yeah, it's a small show. I think it's sold out, but it's exciting just to play to some fans, again. But I think I'm back later on in the year.
In July,
I believe so.
Yes, Avals Live Amsterdam.
That's
Indeed,
right.
You are. Yes,
that's
you are.